Something extraordinary is happening above the Mediterranean. Patterns once buried in history are becoming visible again, and they may reveal where the Phoenicians actually sailed.
More than 2,000 years ago, Phoenician sailors built a trading network stretching across the Mediterranean, long before modern navigation existed. They had no GPS, no radar, and no satellites, yet their ships repeatedly crossed enormous distance using coastlines, stars, winds, and ocean currents. Their voyages were not random. They formed a sophisticated network of ports, trading stations, colonies, and carefully chosen maritime routes. At the heart of this world stood cities like Tyre, powerful maritime centers whose ships carried valuable goods across the ancient sea. Glass, metals, timber, ceramics, and luxury goods moved through these ports, creating an economic web connecting distant civilizations. Harbors filled with sediment, coastlines shifted, cities disappeared beneath later settlements, and the original network became difficult to see. What looked like empty ground could actually contain the remains of ancient infrastructure, hidden beneath soil, vegetation, water, and modern technology changed the investigation. Modern satellites began giving archaeologists a completely different view of the ancient world. From hundreds of kilometers above Earth, satellites can detect subtle differences in vegetation, soil, terrain, and coastal structures invisible from ground level. And suddenly, researchers can identify what appear to be ghostly footprints of ancient harbors, places where ships once entered and disappeared again. The key is not finding a visible road across the ocean. It's reconstructing the coastal landscape that once guided Phoenician ships from harbor to harbor. Archaeologists compare satellite patterns with excavations, ancient texts, pottery discoveries, and known settlements to determine whether these traces belong to the Phoenicians. Sometimes the clue is surprisingly small. Buried walls can change how plants grow, creating faint patterns that satellites can detect from above. Other clues lie underwater. Ancient harbor structures may survive beneath the waves, especially where earthquakes, rising seas, or sinking land change the coastline. Earthquakes could transform entire coastlines. A harbor that once welcomed hundreds of ships could eventually become buried, submerged, or completely disconnected from the sea. And the Mediterranean landscape itself was never frozen in time. Rivers deposited sediment, shorelines migrated, and natural harbors slowly changed shape. By combining these clues, researchers can begin reconstructing probable maritime corridors, routes that connected communities. Those networks reached far west, connecting the eastern Mediterranean with islands, North Africa, and the Iberian Peninsula. These weren't just lines on a map, they were the lifelines of the ancient world, connecting ports, people, and ideas, shaping civilizations.
This is genuine satellite data. It maps real, weathered stone foundations.
There is no lost city here, just the actual grid of an ancient farm. Descending to orbital coordinates. The ancient harbor geometry is now visible.
The Phoenicians are gone. Their ships are gone. But the landscapes they used still preserve clues about where they traveled and how they connected the ancient world. Perhaps the most fascinating question isn't where the Phoenicians sailed. It's how many of their forgotten roots are still hiding beneath.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and share. And subscribe for more.